Hi guys, and welcome back to Hilltop Farm. I'm Jay, and welcome to another Sunday Soapbox. Today is just going to be a mini rant. How's that? We'll make it a mini rant. And I'm having my morning coffee. There are two things in this world that give me the screaming horrors. And that is, I'd probably have to say reptiles in general. Snakes in particular scare the bejeebers out of me. I'm not overly keen on any other reptile either, but they don't scare me quite as much. Unless it's a lizard that looks like a snake, and there are a few here in South Australia that look like snakes. But anyway, my fear of snakes started when I was, I think, from memory, I would have been about 7 or 8 years old. Where our house was at the end of a sealed road. It literally stopped at the driveway to our place. But the road then continued on, and it was dirt. Now, to get to our school, you either had probably 3/4 of an hour walk to go down the sealed road and around that way, or you could go up the dirt road, walk across a field to another dirt road, and then go along that road, and at the end of it, it joined a sealed road, but directly opposite was our school, and that took about 15 minutes. So of course, being kids, that's the way we used to go. Now this was back in the days where you had to wear school uniform, and part of the summer uniform here in Australia, it was shirt, shorts, and you had to wear these particular sandals, right? And you didn't wear socks or anything, just had the sandals. And I was walking home, and I stopped to wait for my sister to catch up, who is older than me, and she was talking to a friend, and I stood there and I turned and I looked over my shoulder and called to her. She said yeah, she was coming. So I stood there and she started walking towards me, and I suddenly felt something cold on the top of my feet, and I looked down and there was a brown snake. Now, brown snake is one of the most venomous snakes here in Australia. And this brown snake had slithered across the top of both my feet and was making its way from one side of the road to the other. And it was just continued going. Fortunately, the reaction I had was just to freeze. I was so, stunned. I just froze. And this thing ran across my foot and continued off the road and into the bush. But of course, by the time it did that, my sister had gotten close enough to see what was happening. So she was panicking. And I just went all shades of green and started shaking. And this was after it had gone, and ended up vomiting by the side of the road. I didn't know what was happening to me, but ever since then, I have been terrified of snakes, just thought of them. So you can imagine being a farmer in Australia and being terrified of snakes. It's fun. There's been many a time I've sent my 4'10" tall wife outside with a shovel, and I've hidden inside because I'm terrified. But anyway. So there's those. And living in the country we are, there's nothing you can do about it really, other than make sure that around the place is clear, so that if they're there you can see them, so you don't come across them, you can see them before you get to them. But my other pet hate is rats. Not keen on mice, but that's only the fright factor. You know, if I suddenly come across one and I'm startled, I don't like them. I think they're revolting little things, but I'm not frightened of them as such. But rats really creep me out. I can't look at them. I can't look at them when they're dead. I just, oh. Anyway. Now my rant is, and it all came up because one of the YouTubers I follow, it's a homesteader like us, and her place is clean, and she's put, she's got her hen houses, but she's put a couple of broodies in a smaller pen, if you like. And I mean, these things are like Fort Knox. I don't know how this thing got in, but she had a rat roll an egg out from under the chicken and break it open, and anyway, so she's done all sorts of things to make this cage rat proof, which is fine. But I said to her, and I read in the comments, you know, other people basically saying the same sort of thing that I was saying, is that doesn't matter how clean you are or what precautions you follow, they go with the territory. Now I'm all for doing everything as environmentally friendly around here as we can, but it's the one exception I will make, and that is I bait the rats. I have rat bait down always in certain places, because yeah, just the thoughts. Ugh. And I think because of our lack of rain and dry weather, we've had a bit of a mouse and a rat plague, in that we've got them under control, but for a couple of months we were just feeding them bait. You'd put the baits down virtually daily and they'd be gone. Whereas we checked just this morning, we're checking the baits, and only one of them seems to have been disturbed in the last week, which is wonderful. But my little rant is, it doesn't matter what precautions you take or how clean and tidy you are, why do they come when you have a farm? I don't understand it. All the food and everything is kept in bins that they can't get to. If we spill any, we clean it up. We only give enough feed to the animals that they can eat. Like when they have their afternoon feed, they only get enough that they're going to eat. They're not left food that's there all night that, you know, rats can have access to. The only ones that do are newborn, like newly hatched chicks and ducklings, and even then the brooder only has mesh on the top. The rest of it's solid all the way round and across the bottom, and the mesh is so fine that rats can't get in anyway. But they're the only ones that have food around the clock. So why do they come? I don't understand why they come. But they do. And I hate it. It's the one thing about this lifestyle that I absolutely hate, is the vermin. It's just gross. It creeps me out. So that's pretty much all I have to say for my Soapbox Sunday. It's a bit boring really, but there you go. But let me know what you think. Why do you think that we're, you know, homesteaders, why do we attract rats when we're so careful? Let me know what you think. Let me know, you know, if you've had trouble and what do you do to control them. So, anyway. Okay. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any other videos. And until next time, it's goodbye from Hilltop Farm. See ya!